welcome to my channel. My name is Willow Rose Moondancer and I make videos here on YouTube about Wicca. Today I want to talk to you about Starseeds again. It has been a hot minute since we had any kind of conversation about them, and there's so much that we haven't covered. So, in the past we've talked about what a starseed is, different types of starseeds, i.e. indigo children, crystal children, and rainbow children. And we have also started to cover various different races that you as a starseed could be from. If you want to know any more about any of that stuff, I'll leave a link to my playlist up here that has every single one of those videos in it. Today, however, we're going to talk about Orion. Now, this video is going to be a little bit shorter than our other starseed races videos, mostly because there isn't nearly as much information about Orion as there is the other races that I've covered already. So what I could gather is that the Orion starseeds started to come in between the 60s and the 90s. So that would be one of your first indicators that you might be from Orion. Orion starseeds are from the Orion constellation. There are two main types of Orions. One being, humanoid like race, whereas the other half would be what they called the negative reptoid race. There is a huge there's a huge discussion, I guess, on the reptilians and how they have affected our galaxy as a whole. There has been a whole war within Orion itself, and that is a whole different conversation on its own. If you'd be more interested in learning about that specifically, please let me know down below in the comments, or leave a like so I know that that's something that you would like to see. Another thing to keep in mind is their appearance. I didn't find a whole lot about their appearance. However, I did find that the human-esque part of Orion, the starseeds that come from there, tend to have very blue eyes. I would say kind of like mine, even though I'm not myself Orion starseed. But yeah, so that's really all the information that I could gather on Orion itself. There wasn't a whole lot. I'm also not the best Googler, so you might be able to find more information if you do some research on your own. However, now I'm going to talk about some signs that you might be an Orion starseed. And finding signs was a lot easier than just finding general information. So, the first thing that may be a sign that you are an Orion starseed is that you are a bit of an activist. Orion starseeds tend to be very passionate about the Earth, and they care about it deeply. So that is something to think about. The second thing to think about is your deep compassion for the Earth. That kind of ties into reasons why you might be more of an activist. Orions tend to feel a really deep compassion for the Earth here, the humans on it, and the environment. The third sign is that they always complete a task or a project. They are very goal-oriented, and they like to finish what they've started. The fourth sign that you might be a starseed from Orion is that you're very logical. Orions tend to have a very logical side to them. They like to think things through before they do them. And they're not always very in tune with emotions. They don't necessarily always understand how other people are feeling. The fifth sign is that you have a need for validation. So Orions tend to find that they have a lot of opinions, but that their opinions don't always line up with other people's opinions, and so they are often seeking validation in what they believe and value. The sixth thing that would be a sign if you are an Orion is that you are very knowledgeable. You enjoy knowledge, you enjoy learning new things, and this also kind of goes hand in hand with the logical aspect that we already talked about. The seventh thing, the seventh sign that you are an Orion starseed is that you don't tend to have very good, long, meaningful relationships. Um, and this has to do a lot with your logical side because you kind of have a hard time understanding people's emotions, especially those that you're in a relationship with, and you don't deal with their emotions very well. And this really hinders you in your relationship love life, probably even like platonic relationships as well. The eighth sign that you and Orion starseed is that you are sensitive. And when I say sensitive, I mean that you really need time to sit back, recharge. You really absorb other people's energies easily. And so you need to be able to ground yourself very often. The ninth sign that you are an Orion starseed is that you have a great sense of humor. It didn't say this specifically when I was doing my research, but I would assume that due to your logical side and having this humor, that you probably have a very dry, maybe sarcastic type of humor compared to like more jokes and your that kind of thing, you know what I mean? But people do find you very, very funny. The 10th sign that you are an Orion starseed is that you're a bit of an entrepreneur. You're not like crazy money driven, but at the same time, you are willing to put down a lot of money to like further the Earth's well-being, and you usually go about that in an entrepreneurial way. These people tend to have their own businesses and stuff like that. And then the 11th sign, I never know how to show you guys 11 with my hands. The 11th sign that you may be an Orion starseed is that you're very competitive. A lot of races don't tend to have that competitive side to them. But Orions really have a very good duality to them, and so they're more able to access that part of their personality where they're really driven and they're really goal-oriented and they want to be the best, they want to be perfect. So yeah, and that's really all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you check out the rest of my Starseed playlist so you can get all the information you could ever want about Starseeds, and there'll be lots more information to come about them. Make sure you check out my Instagram at Willow Rose Moon Dancer so you can stay up to date with me and my everyday life. And make sure you hit that like button and subscribe because I make videos every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Sunday. And until next time, blessed be.